welcome water signs. Okay, second half of October. So this time we have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And before we get to the readings, the usual reminders. First of all, these are general readings, so they will not resonate with everyone. If you feel like your sun sign reading does not contain messages for you, do check out your moon, rising, Venus, or any other sign that you particularly feel drawn to or connect with. And if you want any information on the decks or anything else related to the reading, you can check out the description box below. There's also timestamps so you can skip to your reading if you don't want to watch the whole video. There's also a link where you can find more information on private readings if that is something that you are interested in. And finally, just like last time when I used the Santa Muerte deck, I'm using Tarot Z, which is a zombie deck, so it is rather graphic at times. So if this somehow offends you, or if you are very sensitive to this, a little trigger warning, so this might not be a reading you want to watch. I will keep posting the weekend readings with more neutral decks, and I might do some additional reading just to kind of balance it out, but I'm not sure yet. Let's see about that later. Anyway, just a little warning that this is a little more graphic, okay? But it's one of my absolute favorite decks, so I'm happy to finally get to use it because it is the season. And that, I think, is all of the general information. So let's get to the readings then. First up, we have Cancer. Let's see what is going on with Cancer for the second half of October. Cancer. The Emperor has been up a lot. In a lot of readings that I've done so far, and this is at least the third reading that is up here on the table. So we have the Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, and Death. Aries, Scorpio, okay? Bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Cups. And I believe Justice. Seven of Cups kind of brings in new options, possibly because we have these deaths. So death is usually an indication that something is ending or something has ended. Something is coming to a definite full stop. It feels like this is something. It's like you need to just get a hold of yourself. Okay, maybe you've been telling yourself lies or something. The Seven of Cups can also be kind of imagination, possibly illusion, even confusion. That's kind of like a mental veil, possibly, that you do not see clearly. Maybe you've kind of been living an illusion of some sort, and you're like finally coming to reality, like, okay, this has got to stop. I need to really just get a hold of myself, focus on what is really happening in the material world, be in control of my life and of myself, not just like letting other people dictate what I should do, or just like going with the flow without actually taking any responsibility of what is happening. So this death here might just be you saying, okay, this is gonna stop. I'm gonna say bye-bye to that part of my life and do better. Death doesn't always have to be something that comes and cuts off a part of your life. It can just as well be you doing that to yourself because you notice that what you were doing before is no good. And that's what it looks like. It's like, if I don't grab this opportunity, which is life, it's gonna slip away and I'm not gonna get another chance. So if that's your situation, if you've been kind of just existing without living and letting things happen to you, definitely take a look at that. Welcome back to the land of the living. And even if it's not something that drastic, it can just be like some way of behaving, some one thing, one aspect of your life, or even just as simple as a thought pattern that you've had. You see that it is just bringing you down, and it's not going to work anymore. And it's like, this is coming from you. Okay, that's what I feel. It's not something that drastically comes from outside. Something happens and your world changes. It's you making it happen for yourself, which is very, very good. Phoenix rising, that fits perfectly to what I was just saying. This wanted to come, it was in the pile of cards that flipped over. I noticed the title here and it's on the bottom of the deck now. So this might be your energy that you are leaving. Okay, maybe you've been kind of having this victim mentality, like things just happen to me and that's just how it is, oh poor me, without actually doing anything to change things. And now you're like, wait a minute, like maybe if I actually do something about stuff, whining is not gonna get me anywhere, but actually do something about it, and you can arise like a majestic phoenix. Looks fantastic. I like that for you, Cancer. I hope you like it too. It's not always easy, but it's life. Okay, next up we have Pisces. Let's see what is going on with Pisces for the second half of October. Oops. Okay, Pisces. We got the Fool, Seven of Wands, and the Six of Cups. And we have the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck again. It was just there exactly for Cancer. These two, okay, when I saw them, I initially or immediately thought of you protecting something from your past. Okay, this might be an inner child kind of thing also. But Six of Cups to me is a very nostalgic card, okay? It can be just memories of the past or something from the past coming up. But with this Seven of Wands, which I take as very defensive energy, it's like you are defending something. It might be just in your mind. It might be that something comes up. It can also have to do with children. I'm really paying attention to how it has a small child in the picture. So you might be defending those who are not capable of defending themselves, but really has a kind of inner child vibe here also. So you might want to take a look at that. The Fool here kind of suggests that it's time for something new, but I'm really called to kind of remind you that sometimes just blindly rushing in is not the best way to approach a situation. It might even be that something that is worth protecting, or not necessarily protecting in the way that something is attacking it, but maintaining, keeping, like, tending to the fire, not letting it burn out, that kind of protecting. And it might be a little much for you somehow, and you're like, I could just leave. I could just leave this behind, and like I wouldn't need to stress about the situation. Which seems like it might be a shame, because there is a very, very intimate connection to this. Sometimes this can also indicate, the Six of Cups can indicate a soulmate, not necessarily the soulmate, but a part of your soul family that you have known from a previous life. Okay, so it goes like not just your past life, but your past lives, that it goes there, and you might be kind of confused of what you should do with this, because it seems like a lot of work. And it would be easier to just walk away. But really, like, don't act of fear would be my advice to you in this situation. It's okay sometimes, like, if there is a connection or whatever situation, if it is so strong, it creates very strong emotions for you, even this protective instinct, it might be scary. You might not understand why you feel like that, especially if it's something from a past life, for example, like you don't have the memory, but you have the feelings, which is very awkward sometimes. So if you just act out of fear, you might completely just lose this connection with, it might actually be very good for you to keep it in your life. Okay, we got 2, but that's fine. We have entrapment and hole in the soul. We also have cycles at the bottom of the deck, which does also kind of remind me of these past lives that I was talking about. And with these two, it really kind of enforces that message. You might feel very trapped in this, like, what is this and why do I have to deal with it? I don't know this person, or this situation is very foreign to me somehow, but still I feel like I am so connected to it, and I don't know if I can deal with that because it's a lot for me right now to handle. So if I could just escape, I would be better. But it might well be something that fills this kind of hole in your soul, okay? And if you just walk away without getting to know the situation or the person, figuring out why it is in your life now, you just walk away and escape the situation because you're acting out of fear. You might feel this still. You might feel it even bigger than you might have felt it before, because now you have the energy of it, and it's like that energy will be lost for you again. So say it is person you knew in a previous life. I know I'm really going there. It doesn't necessarily need to be there, but if that is the case, if it is someone you knew from a previous life and you were very connected, okay, and you feel that love and you run away, like if you lost the person in your previous life and you felt that loss and you walk away from them now because you can't understand the situation, you're going to feel that loss again. I hope that makes some sense. So try not to act out of fear. Don't walk away from situations just because you feel a little awkward and you don't know what's going on. Maybe try to understand the situation before you do that, to see what lessons there are for you to learn in that particular situation or with that particular person. Okay. The last up we have Scorpio. So what is going on with Scorpio for the second half of, I was going to say November, but no, October. Second half of October. Okay. That's unusual, but I'll take it. It's 3 cards. I wanted 3 cards. We have the Knight of Cups, 2 of Swords, and the Lovers, I believe. Bottom of the deck we have 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, so another Knight. This is water energy. That could be your energy, or you could be dealing with another water sign. I want to say Lovers is Gemini energy. I'm not sure if that's the card for Gemini, but it really feels like Gemini for me for some reason. Two of Swords is a decision that needs to be made, okay? And the Lovers can also indicate some sort of a choice, that this kind of a big choice, not necessarily a love relationship, but some kind of decision here. So you might be at kind of edge of something big, okay? Just kind of waiting. I'm focusing on this card specifically here and how the Knight is just sitting there, just kind of looking forward very determinedly, just like waiting for the right time. It's like you have your eyes on the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is like having it all, like having the wealth, being very independent also, not necessarily having it all in terms of having a big family, but you yourself, you're very self-sufficient and you can manage on your own. You don't need anybody's help. So there is this really like, you're just waiting for the right time to strike. Like you have a big plan for something big, and you're just like waiting and waiting and waiting, playing the long game. You might appear to other people like you don't know. You might even pretend to be completely clueless about the situation, whatever the situation is for you. It could be anything. There is no indication of what it could be about. You might appear very like, I do not know anything about anything. But in your mind, you have the 1, 2, 3 and the ABC. It's all laid out. You know exactly. You're just waiting for it. Something about this person also being facing away. It's like you're waiting for their backs to turn. But it doesn't really feel like you're about to do something sneaky behind people's backs. It's like you're gonna go out with a bang. Making yourself look small, but you're planning something very big. This. Now take off your mask. The bottom of the deck we have patience. It's been out for a lot of readings now, which really plays out with the whole waiting game here. But take off your mask. It's really like you're pretending. You're playing a part. And there is this kind of vibe that it might not be very pleasant for a lot of people. But, like, I can't really say don't do it. I don't know your situation. Maybe the people deserve it. But, yeah, you're kind of playing two-faced here. So just, if there are people near you that you don't want to hurt with whatever you're planning, even like indirectly, make sure that they are aware of what's going on. So you're not just putting on masks for everyone, just let someone in on this at least. Feels like that could be good advice in this situation. You know better. It's really hard to give advice on that because it was very open. Scorpios are always so mysterious and all that. Okay, that was all for water signs. I do hope this was helpful. And I will see you all again soon in another video. Bye.